I am glad that I have been asked to lead our discussions on energy issues. As a developing country, it is a question of vital concern to us in India, both for our rural population and our industries. Each country has its own energy perspective and must develop those sources of energy where it can derive the best results not just in terms of immediate profit but in the long term interest of its people. Conditions of every country, availability of basic sources of energy, and capability will determine its choice of the technology of energy. When coal and oil begin to be used as motive power for industry and transport, there was a great transformation which brought forth both prosperity and poverty on a scale hitherto unknown to man. Coal and later oil fueled the age of machine. Oil began to replace coal because of its cheapness and superior utility. Its cheap price and assured supply lulled the industrial world into a sense of complacency, with the result that despite the known limited period of exhaustion, no efforts were made to study alternatives. The world suddenly awakened with a shock to find that these treasures are finite and that they could be very expensive. In fact, it is quite safe to presume that even the current prices would hold good for more than a short period. Consequently, we have all to become conservatives or conservationists, if you like, and the wasting spree has to come to an end. It is certain that if we go on burning up the fossil fuel like this, the lights will go out everywhere much sooner than expected. Is it for such a fact of chilly darkness that human intelligence has striven all these centuries progressively to a happier state of living? What avails it if man, in an attempt to exploit nature, should be vanquished by his own folly of extravagance? This wisdom which has dawned on us was prefigured in our own country. Gandhiji tried to put across to his countrymen that man should not become a slave to the machine and victim of the machine age. He wanted us to develop an integral personality in communion with the environment and with fellow men. Advanced centuries have now begun to see how dangerous it is to measure progress in terms of energy consumption per capita. We must correct such concepts and replace them